Hi, I am Anmol. I am graduated from National University of Delhi in 2019 with a degree in computer science. My interests are in front-end engineering and I love to create beautiful and performant products with delightful user experiences. Back in college, I built a web application which solves a huge problem of class and timetable planning every semester. It receives over 1,000 page views a month and is used by over 10,000 students and even some professors. It was built using a modern web technology stack, React, Redux, Jest, Babel, Flow, Webpack, and is responsive. I am working as a senior front-end engineer with experience of 3 years in my current organization where I am handling all the front-end releases and features. I work with a team of 6 people where I handle the React mobile and web browser apps. We have a user base of 2 million monthly active users. So every feature I release I make sure that is bug-free because a large number of users are going to use it. We can use style attribute for styling in React applications, which adds dynamically computed styles at render time. It accepts a JavaScript object in camel-cased properties rather than a CSS string. The style attribute is consistent with accessing the properties on DOM nodes in JavaScript. For example, as you can see on my screen, the class logo holder is assigned to this component where the property of this div is defined. How would it is gonna show in the DOM? Lifecycle methods of components are: first is getInitialState. This is executed before the creation of the component. Second is componentDidMount. It is executed when the component gets rendered and placed on the DOM. Third is shouldComponentUpdate. It invoked when a component determines changes to the DOM and returns a true or false value based on certain conditions. Fourth, componentDidUpdate. It is invoked immediately after rendering takes place. Last is componentWillUnmount. It is invoked immediately before a component is destroyed and unmounted permanently. So if we are clicking in the child div, first the capturing phase will start. It'll first print grandparent class and then parent, and it won't print the child class as only 2 events were selected as query param. And now event bubbling will take place. So now it will print as grandparent, parent, parent, grandparent. This problem is based on the events in JS. Event bubbling and capturing are 2 ways of event propagation in the HTML DOM API, when an event occurs in an element inside another element, and both elements have registered a handle for that event. So in bubbling, the event is first captured and handled by the innermost element and then propagated to outer elements. And in event capturing, the event is first captured by the outermost element and propagated to the inner elements. And I am writing the event bubbling first and then event capturing, so it'll be print as parent. Grandparent. Grandparent. Parent. So JSX is a syntax extension of JavaScript. It is used with React to describe what the user interface should look like. By using JSX, we can write HTML structures in the same file that contains JavaScript code. An event is an action that a user or system may trigger, such as pressing a key, a mouse click, etc. React events are named using camel case rather than lowercase in HTML. With JSX, you pass a function as the event handler rather than a string in HTML. It is required for each component to have a render function. This function returns the HTML which is to be displayed in the component. If you need to render more than one element, all of the elements must be inside one parent tag like div form. Keys are very important in lists for the following reasons. A key is a unique identifier and it is used to identify which items have changed, been updated or deleted from the lists. It also helps to determine which components need to be re-rendered instead of re-rendering all the components every time. Therefore, it increases performance as only the updated components are re-rendered. An arrow function is a short way of writing a function to React. It is unnecessary to bind this inside the constructor when using an arrow function. This prevents bugs caused by the use of this in React callbacks. To solve this problem, I'll make an empty output object. I am going to use the map function to get the desired output. So data.map, and inside the map function I am going to check if the out object value is not present. By checking with not of object of key in the if statement. If value is not present, then it'll create a new key with the value name. Otherwise, I will push the values in the key if function doesn't go inside the if loop. And in the end, I'll return the output. So yes, this will work. Okay, to solve this problem, I am going to open CodePen tool. Let me clean it and make a fresh code. So I am creating a div with parent class and another div with child class. To see those div in the screen, let me give them some property. .parent color is hashtag F3 F3 F3. Let's add width and height to 200 px. In the child property, add color and width and height would be 100 px. So it'll be visible. It is not visible. What I am doing wrong? Okay, so property would be background color, not just color, and let me remove the formatting. And color is not visible, let me make the child component blue and same background color in place of color. Adding position relative to parent component. And absolute to the child component. Adding transform property with -50%. And left would be -50%. It is not visible. There is something wrong. Let me try to fix this with Chrome console. Gotcha. The left property would be positive 50%. And top position would also be 50%. So we have a div in center.